class on engineering physics, that is elasticity. So in the last class we have discussed about the just a minute, I'll share the screen. Okay, so hope the screen is clear, students. Yes. Okay, in the last class the is the screen visible to you, students? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So in the last class, okay, I think direct time okay, fine. So in the last class, we have discussed about the relation. Okay, what is that relation? So relation between shearing strain. So do you have the screen there? On the screen, you can see the relation. Okay, so we have been discussing about this relation. Okay, shearing strain, elongation strain, and compressive strain. It was a very lengthier discussion. So we found out at the end that the relation between these three is such that the elongation strain, keep in mind, the elongation strain and compression strain, sum of these two will be equal to the shearing strain. So in the examination, they will ask a simple question, show that the elongation strain, sum of elongation strain and compressive strain is equal to the shearing strain. The same question appeared in the last semester examination, V2 examination. So therefore, it's one of the important relations. Let us go for the next one that we will discuss today. It is the relation between the Young's modulus Y, okay, modulus of rigidity neta, and Poisson's ratio. Okay, so actually it is a relation between Y and neta. You're getting the point. So we are connecting the bulk modulus, sorry, Young's modulus with the modulus of rigidity. So why we are connecting Y to the modulus of rigidity through using the equation for Poisson's ratio. So this is the relation that we are doing through the Poisson's ratio. So what is this Y? Y is the Young's modulus. We have already learned it. It is the ratio of longitudinal stress. When you apply the stress along the length, there is an increase in the length. Therefore, longitudinal stress divided by the linear strain. This is nothing but the longitudinal stress by linear strain. I have a wire. So once I apply the force, okay, the wire increases in length. So this is the length what I have. This is the actual length of the wire. If I apply the force, there is an increase in the length of the wire. There is an increase in the length of the wire. Okay. So if I draw it, so this much is the increase. So this is called as the X. Okay. So what is the linear strain? Linear strain means it is X by L, change in dimension to the original dimension, and force, that is longitudinal stress, is F divided by A. F is the applied force and A is the cross section area. Okay. So this is what we have done in the first thing. So this is short in brief I have done. Then there is a second one is the Poisson's ratio. What is this? Sorry, modulus of rigidity. So you have to consider the second one. What is this modulus of rigidity? So what is modulus of rigidity? Modulus of rigidity, again, it is nothing but the ratio of stress by strain. Which type of stress? It is tangential stress divided by the shearing strain. Shearing strain. Okay. So I have the a simple cube. Okay, so this is a cube I have. So this is the cube. Now I will apply a force which is tangential, that is along the surface. The lower surface is fixed. Okay, so this surface, no, so this is completely what you say, it is a lower surface. It is the one which is fixed. This surface is fixed. So once I apply the force here, the top surface will change its position. So it will move from the points. If I take these points as A, B, C, D, and these points are P, Q, R, S. Due to the application of the force, whatever the force you have applied, it will modify the top layer. The shearing is generated. The shearing will shift the surface. Which surface? Top surface. So the top surface is A, B, P, Q. So it is going to be shifted. The lower surface is fixed. So this is fixed surface. Okay. So the one which is is affected is the top surface. Due to the force, what happens? There is a movement of the top surface. The surface will shift from the point A to A dash. Okay. So it will move from A to A dash, B to B dash like this. Got it? And here this P will move to P dash and this Q will move to Q dash. Okay. So if I draw a line, it looks like this. Hope the picture is clear. Okay. And there is a shearing effect. So this angle that you have, this is called as theta. So theta is known as the shearing strain. Okay. Shearing strain. Okay. Strain. Okay. Ratio of change in dimension to the original dimension. So this much is the change in position. This much is change in position. Let if I take the value of L, the cube as L, okay, then theta is equal to x by L. So this is the relation. Actually, it is tan theta. So theta is small, therefore I can write, okay, so theta is equal to x by L. This is nothing but the shearing strain. Okay. So if you know shearing strain theta by L, okay, then tangential stress, that is F by A. So, so what I have to do is I have to evaluate these. Okay, I have to connect these two parameters. You're getting the point? So this parameter N to Y through the relation. Which relation? To the Poisson's ratio. Poisson's ratio is also given. Poisson's ratio is beta by alpha. That is a ratio of lateral coefficient to the linear coefficient. Okay. So there is one more basic thing you should know to understand this concept. The meaning of lateral strain, linear and lateral strain coefficient. Longitudinal strain coefficient. The first one is longitudinal strain coefficient. Okay. So the longitudinal strain coefficient is alpha. So I have a wire. Let us assume this. I have a wire like this. Okay. So this is the wire. Okay. You have already learned it. Again, I'm telling you so that the next part becomes very easy for you. Okay. So this is the wire I have. This end is fixed. So I have applied the force. Okay. So this is the direction of the force. Let us take this as the length of the wire. This is the length of the wire. Okay. This is the length of the wire. So by application of the force, I have applied a force. There is an elongation in the wire. There is an elongation in the wire. Okay. So it gets enhanced like this. Okay. So actually, I had told you how it is going to get enhanced. So this is the X. Okay. So this much is the increase. This is the original length. Okay. Okay, fine. So here this is the original length L. X is the increase in length. The force that you have applied is F. This is the force that I have applied. Okay, by application of the force, this is the length. Okay. Now, is there addition of the material? I had asked. There is no addition of the material. What happens once we apply the force? There is an increase in the length. Okay, of the material because the diameter of the wire gets decreased. So therefore, the diameter of the wire gets decreased. Okay, so therefore, if I draw it, so here the diameter is this is the diameter D, original diameter of the wire. Okay, D is the original diameter. Once I apply the force and pull it, so it is going to have an extension. It is going to have an extension like this. So this extension, okay. So this is the extension that is produced. Okay, got it. Okay. So this is the okay. Correct. So this is the increase in length x. Okay. Now what has happened by the application of the force? There is a decrease in the diameter. This is d dash. Okay. So I had defined two terms in this case. Okay. The first one was the longitudinal strain coefficient alpha. So alpha have I defined? I have defined it as the ratio of longitudinal or linear strain. Okay. Or longitudinal strain to the longitudinal stress or per unit stress applied. Per unit stress applied, there is a longitudinal stress. Okay. So what is the longitudinal stress? Strain is the thing, but change in length to the original length. Stress I have taken it as T. So T is the stress that I have applied. It is force per unit area. So force per unit area I have taken it as T. Therefore this is alpha. Therefore, I can get extension. What is the extension? Extension is x, that is equal to alpha t times of L. So this is very important. This I am going to use. And similarly, you know that there is other term that is called as lateral strain coefficient. Lateral strain coefficient. Okay, this is very important. Beta. So I have defined beta in the same way. Okay, so you know what is this lateral strain? So we have defined a lateral strain as, okay, it is the ratio of change in diameter of the wire to the original diameter. Okay, so here the original diameter is d, change in diameter is d dash, therefore new diameter is d dash, therefore change in diameter is d minus d dash. That is, there is a shrinking of the diameter. Okay, so therefore d by d is the lateral strain. Okay, so therefore I can define lateral strain coefficient as beta, that is equal to lateral strain to the stress that you have applied, to the stress. So stress I have taken as T, and this is a lateral strain is D by capital D. This is T. Therefore, I can write beta is equal to D by D into T. Therefore, I can calculate D, the change in diameter. Change in diameter. So change in diameter D is equal to beta T into D. Now look here. These two equations we will use now here. Now to calculate the extension in the wire, I should know alpha. What is alpha? Alpha I should know as the longitudinal strain coefficient. T is the stress that I have applied. L is the original length. Keep in mind alpha is the longitudinal strain coefficient. T is the stress that you have applied. L is the original length of the wire. Okay, if you know all these three, I can calculate how much is the value of X extension that is produced. Lateral strain coefficient beta, again, I can do the same thing. I can find what is the change in diameter. So I can, it is actually decrease in the diameter, D equal to, to calculate that, I should know beta. That is, what is beta? Beta is nothing but the lateral strain coefficient. I should know the value of beta. The applied stress T, okay, and the original diameter D. So if you all know all these things, you can calculate it. Okay. So here I have defined Poisson's ratio as B sigma equal to, this is the Poisson's ratio as sigma equal to beta by alpha. Okay. So we are using all these here, and you keep in one thing in mind. There is a total extension. Keep in mind, this point is very important. I will use it in the next part. Total extension that is produced. Okay, total extension produced along length. What is the total extension? The first, keep in mind, the extension produced due to longitudinal strain, coefficient, okay, plus the extension produced due to lateral strain, okay. So what is this meaning? So what is the total length extension. So the extension produced due to the longitudinal strain plus the extension produced to the lateral strain. If you look at this diagram, okay, there is a X. This is the extension you have. You can see the extension. Now this is actually due to two reasons. One, due to the longitudinal strain. Okay, whatever the stress that you have applied along this, okay, it is going to contribute. At the same time, there is a lateral strain along the diameter, that is which is perpendicular to this. Therefore, to have the total extension X is contributed by the extension along this direction plus the decrease in the diameter along this direction. You are getting the point? There is a decrease in the diameter as well as the increase in length. Therefore, both are contributing to the total increase in the length. Therefore, I should write here the total extension produced along the length. So what is the total extension? It is actually X. Okay, so this is equal to the contribution, that the extension produced due to longitudinal strain plus the extension produced due to lateral strain. Okay, so lateral strain is also contributing to the total extension. So this, keeping in mind, let us go for the today's derivation, that is Young's modulus, relation between the Young's modulus of rigidity and the Poisson's ratio. Okay, for this I will consider one cube whose side is L. Okay, so consider a cube, okay, whose sides are L. All the sides are, okay, L. Whose sides are L. Okay, anybody is joining? It's giving you some. Okay, fine. They are joining directly. It's good. Okay, whose sides are L. So I have a one cube like this. This is a cube. Okay. All the sides are same. Okay, don't measure the sides. Okay, I've just drawn the diagram. The sides may vary, but I've drawn perfectly, almost perfectly. Let it be. Now here I have the length. What is the length? This is the length. Okay, L. This is the sides of a cube. All the sides. So I will mark it this as A, B, C, D. This as P, Q, R. Yes. Okay. Now what I will do is I will apply a force, tangential force. Yes.
Sir, CR equal to cube, sir.
CR under consider a cube, CUB. So this is a cube. Okay, can see here.
Sir, the middle one, yeah, sir.
Illu yaad ida. A consider a cube. Okay, fast baritirte na you should try to get on your own. Okay, consider a cube of sides L. Ella sides cube denirtada L irtade. So along length, breadth, if you take any sides, it is L. Okay, what is the sides? L, whose dimension is L. What is the force that I have applied? The applied force is a tangential force. Tangential force is F. Okay, so the lower surface is fixed. Which surface? D. Okay, I can mark it D, C, R, S. It is fixed. Okay, and force F is applied. Okay, is applied. Okay, parallel to, that is athwa tangential to surface. Yav surface re? So the surface ABPQ. Surface ABPQ. ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಈ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಈ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಗೆ, ಟಾಪ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್. Once you apply the surface, apply the force to the surface, okay, there is a shearing effect. Therefore, a shearing effect takes place. Okay, there is a shearing effect. Okay, that is, shearing effect means the surface ABPQ moves athwa shifts under the influence of the force. You are getting the point? The lower surface is fixed. This surface is fixed. It is not moving. Only the upper surface, it is moving. Upper means the layers which are on top. So these layers will move. Okay. So once the force is applied, there is a movement of the surface ABPQ. Okay, ABQP. Therefore, it produces a shearing effect, that is movement of the top surface. Therefore, the point A shifts from A to A dash. Point B will shift to B dash like this. Okay, if I mark this as A dash, A will move to A dash. Okay, B will move to B dash. Q will move to some Q dash here, and Q will move to some Q dash, P dash. Okay, so if I mark it, okay, so this is the case what you get. Okay, so this is how the shearing effect takes place. Okay, this is how the shearing effect is taking place. There is a movement of the top layer. So there, once there is a movement of top layer, there is a shearing angle. This angle we call it as the theta. So theta is known as the shearing angle. Okay, it's called as shearing strain. It is also called as the shearing strain. Okay, this is the shearing strain. Okay. Okay. Now what I will do is I will take the front face of this surface ABPQ for our analysis. I will take the front surface. Okay, I will take the front surface of this. Okay, I will just draw it here. Okay, I have modified it. I have made it a bit larger. So don't go for the ADPQ. Just I have modified it. Okay, these are the same thing. Here the length of the surface is same. It is L only. Okay, length of the cube. Okay, it is L. All the sides are having a same length. So what I have done, I have taken the force. Okay, so this is front face. So what is the, consider the front face. Okay, what is the front face? A P D A P Q D. So A P Q D. So A P Q D. So for this I applied a force. What I have done, I have applied a force. Once I apply a force, there is a shift in the position of A. So A will move to A dash, P will move to P dash. Okay. So therefore, this is how the strain is produced. Okay. So it is. Okay, so this is how the okay, so this is the theta extension. So I have taken the front face. Now before that I should, okay, so by application of the force I have made the top surface to move in the new position. So this is A, this is A dash. So from here to here, this is X, P dash. Okay, what is the displacement that has taken place? This is nothing but the X. Now here I just have to draw the diagonal. So the diagonal is here. This is the diagonal AD. This is the case AQ, and this is the diagonal PD. Okay, so this is the diagonal PD. Okay, so first you write the diagonal here. So what is the diagonal? You have diagonal equal to A P. Sorry, this is P R la. So A P Q magada. Sorry, P Q aithe. Sorry, P Q antati ille R actually. Okay, A B C D P Q R. Oh, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ P ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಬಂದೈತದ. A P Q R. Yes, P Q R S. Okay, so here this is actually yes. Okay, got it. So the what is top surface? It is A P S D. Okay, not Q D. It is S D. Okay. Okay, so this is the diagonal. What is the diagonal? Diagonal is AS. So this is the diagonal AS. You can see the diagonal. Okay. So this is the diagonal AS. What is the other diagonal you have? The diagonal DP. This is the other diagonal. So what is the length of these two diagonal? So if you evaluate it from the Pythagoras theorem. So this is the length what you have. Okay, this is the length L, and this is also length L. Okay, so therefore you apply the Pythagoras theorem, okay, to evaluate the length of the diagonal. So if you evaluate the length of the diagonal, okay, can anybody tell me the length of the diagonal? So that is equal to, yesterday's class we have done it. AS is equal to DP is the diagonal. What is the length? Length is equal to root of L square plus L squared is root of 2L square, that is L or root 2 times of L. So this is nothing but the diagonal AS equal to DP is equal to root of 2L. This is from the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, Pythagoras theorem. Okay. Now look here. Once I apply the force, okay, due to the application of the force, there is a compression as well as the extension. So there is an extension along the diagonal. Look here, along this diagonal, there is an extension. DP gets elongated while AS gets compressed. That compression is DP diagonal uddagtada. So this diagonal, there is an increase in the length. For this diagonal, there is a decrease in the length. Okay. So let us see how there is a increase and decrease in the length. So actually, once I apply the force, the diagonal DP gets elongated. It gets elongated. So what is the new diagonal? So the new diagonal is here. The new diagonal is here. So this is the new diagonal. Okay. So this is the new diagonal. Okay. So this is the new diagonal. What is the diagonal? Okay. DP dash. So after application of the force, okay. So the force that you have applied, okay. So that will change the diagonal. So the diagonal DP, okay, gets enhanced. It increases to DP dash. Okay. So how much is the increase? Then comes the question. How much is the increase? To find the increase, what I have to do is I have to draw a perpendicular from P to the new diameter. This is the perpendicular I have drawn. Okay. So this is the new perpendicular. Okay. So the new perpendicular, I think it's giving you same color. Okay. Okay. So the let it be. This is P Y. This is PX. Okay. PX. If I draw a perpendicular, the increase in the diagonal, is given by Px dash. Increase in the diagonal is Px dash. This is the diagonal what I have. Why it's not giving you? Okay. So what is the increase in the diagonal? How much is the diagonal that is increased? That diagonal that is increased is P dash X. This is the diagonal that has been increased. Okay. This much of diagonal has been increased. Px dash. You're getting the point? But drawing a perpendicular Px, okay, I can find the increase in the diagonal. Okay. Similarly, I have one more diagonal AS. By the application of the force, okay, the diagonal gets shrinked. Okay. So therefore the decrease in the diagonal. So, okay, this is the new diagonal what you have. Okay. So this is the decrease in the diagonal. Okay. New diagonal. Okay. So this is the new diagonal. I want to get the decrease in the diagonal. So therefore diagonal AS. Okay. Diagonal AS. Okay. Decreases to A dash. Yes. So how much is the decrease is the question. How much is the decrease? Okay. So how much is the decrease? Okay. So this is the decrease. You draw a perpendicular from this. Okay. So this becomes AY. So AY is the decrease in the diagonal. So this much is the diagonal which has been decreased. Okay. Okay. So therefore decrease in the diagonal. Okay, got it. Now here, keep in mind, there is a, if if you look at this, okay, this part, okay, here A dash in this diagonal, there is a decrease in the diagonal, while in this region there is an increase in the length. You can see here on the screen, P dash X is the increase in the diagonal. Therefore, there is a total extension that is produced along the P dash X, along the diagonal PX. So what we will do is we will only consider this case where you have okay. So we'll only consider this case. Okay. This case where there is only increase in the diagonal. Okay. So I will consider only this case and we will do the analysis. Okay. So just a minute. Okay, fine. Okay. Now we have to find the total extension. Let us go for the first case only. Now here I want to go for the extension. Okay. So let us go for this case. Okay. So I just put a mark here. We'll consider this. Okay. There is an increase in the diagonal. Okay. So how much it is? P dash X. Okay. I am interested in this. Okay. Let us be. Okay. Now let us go for the increase in the length. So therefore, how much is the increase? Now for that, I should find the stress. First, you find the stress that is applied. If F is the applied force, therefore I can write the applied stress. Applied stress. It is also called as the tangential stress. It is also called as the tangential stress. This is along AP. Okay. So this is along AP. Along AP. So this is the thing, but the stress T, I will take it as F by A. This is the force per unit area. This is how I define the tangential stress. Now you go for the diagram here. Okay. In this case, okay. Here I have, you go for the extension that is produced. If you go for this case, let us find how much is the extension. Okay. In this case. Okay. So therefore, extension produced. Okay. That I have to find. Okay. So therefore, extension. Therefore, extension produced. Okay. I told you how to get it. It is P dash X. This is the extension that you have. Okay. Got it. So you just remember this equation. This is the highlighted point. Total extension that is produced. Got it. Elongation or extension. Now, what happens here is that to find the total extension, keep in mind, just for your sake, I'm telling you, whenever there is a shearing effect, okay, whenever there is a shearing effect, okay, I told you in the last class, whenever there is a shearing effect, shearing strain that is taking place, okay, shearing strain along AP. So this is along AP. So whatever the shearing strain that is taking place is equal to the sum of the longitudinal strain, that is occurring along diagonal DP, plus the lateral strain, along the diagonal DP. Now look here. If you look at this diagram, what is the length that has increased? The length that is increased is given by P dash X. Keep in mind, this is the length that is increased. Okay. Now the length that is increased is P dash X. Okay. So there is a strain that is produced. Actually, the length was dx. Keep in mind, the length of the diagonal was dx. Now it has increased to, sorry, the length of the diagonal was dp. This is the dp. Now the new length is dp dash. This is the new length. So there is an increase of there is an increase of the length diagonal by P dash X. This much of length has been increased. Therefore, I can define the longitudinal strain here. I can define the longitudinal strain. Okay. So when I apply a force R, when I apply a tension T, when I apply a stress T equal to F by A, so there is a shearing effect that is taking place. The body, the surface is moving ahead. Therefore, I can have a shearing strain. This shearing strain is equal to, okay, shearing strain along AP is equal to longitudinal strain along the diagonal. So here I told you longitudinal strain. What is the longitudinal strain? Here there is a change in length to the original length. What is change in length? I will write it as change in length is equal to, just for your reference, I am writing it as P dash X. What is the original length? It is dP. So look at the diagonal. The diagonal is dP. This is the diagonal. Okay. Okay. This is the diagonal. Okay. It has enhanced by P dash X. Therefore, P dash X divided by dP gives you the strain, change of the length to the original length, plus the lateral strain. Now, lateral strain means the material, the length diagonal is decreasing by AY. This is the length of the diagonal that has been decreased. What is the original length of the diagonal? So if I mark the original length of the diagonal, this is the original length of the diagonal. There is a decrease in the length of the diagonal. How much there is a decrease? The decrease is this much. This much is the decrease. Okay, so therefore there is a decrease in the original length. Okay, so this is termed as lateral strain. That is termed as lateral strain. So I can write the lateral strain as, okay, so how much decrease? Decrease is AY. Okay, decrease is AY divided by dP. So this is the strain, total shearing strain. Got it. Now, this is for your reference. I have just written there. Okay, so you can remove it if you want. You can keep it. Otherwise, you can still remove it. Okay, so it's not compulsion. You can just skip it as if you want later. Okay. Okay. Now I want to find what is the total extension. This is the aim now. I have the case here. What is the total extension that I have to find? Okay. Okay. This is the main thing I am interested in. Okay. Okay. How to find it? Then came the case. Okay. Now here what happens is that I have to find the total extension along dP. So therefore I can write here from the above discussion, I can write therefore, okay, the total extension, you write it here, total extension along dP is equal to, okay, total extension along dP is equal to, this is along dP due to the applied R tensile stress, due to the applied bar tensile stress T is given by, is equal to sum of, okay, the extension, it is equal to the sum of the extension produced, okay, it is sum of the extension produced for length dP, due to applied stress T plus, so it is, now look here, I told you P dash X is the increase in length. Okay. So P dash X, okay, is the increase in the length. So P dash X increase in the length, this length, whatever you have, is due to two cases. Okay. First case is the extension produced along the dP due to the applied stress plus, okay, plus the extension produced, okay, extension produced for length for length dp, okay, for length dp due to this is actually applied tensile stress. Okay, this is extension produced for length dp due to compressive stress. Okay, along the compressive stress, which is perpendicular to the first one. So this is perpendicular to the first case. What is the meaning of this? Now go for the diagram. Just you wait, you hear it calmly what I am telling you. Okay. Now I have the extension P dash X by applying a force or by applying a stress, by applying a force or by applying a stress. This is the length that I have. Okay. By applying a force or stress, there is a increase. This much is the increase. Okay. How this increase P dash X is due to two reasons. One, okay, one due to the, okay, one, there is an increase in P dash X. It is due to two reasons. Two reasons. Why? The first reason is that there is some contribution by the dp. There is a elongation strength. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಈ diagonal ಏನದಲ್ಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Therefore, by inherent nature, it is contributing to the increase. And the second one is the decrease in the diagonal along AS. You are getting the point. So there are two reasons to have an increase in the diagonal dp. Okay, the extension is P dash X. The extension P dash X is due to two reasons. One, the contribution by dp itself, the diagonal dp, no, this is the diagonal. So this diagonal dp is contributing to the increase. This is the first case. There is one more diagonal. Which diagonal? AS. This AS is actually shrinking. This diagonal AX is shrinking. So it is compressing. Okay. So the compression that is produced along AS, keep in mind, the compression that is produced along AS will also contribute to the increase in the length. Iದೇನ್ decrease ಆಗತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ diagonal AS ಅದು increase ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ length ಅನ್ನ. It is also contributing. ಇದನ್ನ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Okay. So therefore I have written like this. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ the total extension along the length dp is equal to extension produced is equal to the extension produced. ಇಲ್ಲದ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. Okay. So what is the total extension? Total extension along dp is due to the applied stress. Extension produced for length dp due to the applied stress. ಒಂದನೇದು along dp ಇದು. Okay. ಎರಡನೇದು extension produced for length dp due to compressive ಒಂದೇನಾ, ಇದು important, compressive strength. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಏನದ ಅದು tensile ಅದ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ compressive ಅದ. This is the compressive. You mark this. Okay. Okay, this is the case what you have. So this is the compressive stress. So compressive stress, this is the tensile. Compression ಎಲ್ಲಾಗತ್ರಿ? Compression ಆಗುದೆಲ್ಲೇ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನೋಡಿ diagonal ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಈ ಭಾಗದಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ compression. Okay. So this is the region where you get the compression. Here you get the expansion. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು compression ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ expansion ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? So ಇದರ contribution ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Okay. So therefore I can write it, the total extension is the extension due to applied stress, tensile stress, plus the extension produced length due to compressive stress. Okay. So both are contributing. Okay. So I can write this as equal to. Okay. So therefore that is equal to. Now first one ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರಿತೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರ, so total extension I can write it as total extension. Okay, ಮುಗಿದೋತಿದ ಇಷ್ಟು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಉಳಿಕಿದ ಈಸಿ ಅದ. Total extension is equal to along total extension along dp due to applied stress, due to applied stress due to applied stress is equal to one then the extension produced for length dp due to the applied tensile strain. This is given by T into dp into alpha. First one plus idu na ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬಂತಂದ್ರೆ plus T into dp into beta. So this is the case. This is you get. So how you get is the question. ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ಅದು easy ಅದ. Okay. How you get it? So T ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರಿ stress, dp ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು diagonal, alpha ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು these are alpha and beta. What are these alpha and beta? So I have given in the last part where alpha and beta, where alpha is the longitudinal strain coefficient. Strain coefficient. What is beta? Beta is the lateral strain coefficient along dp. Along dp. ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬಂತಿದು ಓಕೆ ನಾ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬಂತಂದ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಆಗಲ್ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಹೇಳ್ದ ನಿಮ್ ಮೊದ್ಲಾಕ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಏನಿದು ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಲಾಂಜಿಟ್ಯೂಡಲ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಐತಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಫಾ ಹೌದಾ ಅಲ್ಫಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಿದು ಲಾಂಜಿಟ್ಯೂಡಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನ್ ಬೈ ಲಾಂಜಿಟ್ಯೂಡನಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಂದೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಟಿ ಅದ therefore longitudinal stress is alpha equal to x by L by T, therefore x is equal to rearrange it, you get alpha T and L. ಇದು x extension ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು extension ಹೌದಾ extension x alpha ಅಂತಂದ್ರ longitudinal coefficient, T ಅಂದ್ರೆ stress, L ಅಂದ್ರೆ original length. The same thing I have done in the next case. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ T dp into alpha ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ರಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ನಾನು okay. I will erase this okay. Okay. ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ರಿ ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೀವು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ ನಾ okay. I'll erase this one also, not necessary for this part okay. Okay, so if you done this it's over okay. Okay, so just look here, you take the case diagonal dp diagonal consider, take the diagonal dp okay. Diagonal dp, this is enhanced, this is the original length okay. So when you apply the stress it gets increased to dp dash, so increase, so that will get to increase okay. Yes, increase ಆಯ್ತು, so the increase is okay p dash x, this is the increase in length, increase in diagonal okay. So dp is the original length, by applying the stress t it gets enhanced, increase ಆಗ್ತದ okay. So this is the increase in the diagonal. How much is the increase? It is given by p dash x. Howda? Now I can define alpha here. Alpha antandra longitudinal strain coefficient. Howda? How I define longitudinal strain coefficient? It is nothing but longitudinal strain by stress. Tensile stress ಅಂತ define ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ನಾನು. ಹೌದಾ? Tensile stress. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಟಿ ಅದ, ಲಾಂಜಿಟ್ಯೂಡನಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತೆ ಅಂದ್ರ ಪಿ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಸಾರಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಲೆಂತ್, ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿ ಪಿ, ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿ ಪಿ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ರಿಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಪಿ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಗೆ. ಸೊ ಪಿ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರ ಅಲ್ಫಾ ಇಂಟು ಟಿ ಇಂಟು ಡಿ ಪಿ ಬಂತ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ extension that is produced along the length okay, diagonal dp ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು, ಗುರ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದು. so therefore t dp into alpha ist increase ಆಯ್ತು okay. this is the way you get it okay. next ಅದರ ಹಂಗನ ಎರಡನೇದು ಯಾವುದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿತೀನಿ okay. so just ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ನಾಗ ಇರಲಿದ್ದು ಎರಡನೇದು okay. ಎರಡನೇದು ಎಲ್ಲೈತ್ರಿಪಾ ಇಲ್ಲೈತ್ ನೋಡಿ. ಎರಡನೇದು ಏನಂದ್ರ ಕಂಪ್ರೆಸಿವ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಏನಾಗತ್ರಿ? ಕಂಪ್ರೆಸಿವ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವುದು? ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ಡಿಪಿ. ಡಿಪಿ ಉದ್ದ ಆಯ್ತು. ಹೌದಾ? ದ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ವಾಸ್ ಡಿಪಿ, ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಟು ಡಿಪಿ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್. ಹೌದಲ್ಲ? ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಡಿಪಿ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಆಯ್ತಂತಂದ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಎ ಎಸ್ ಏನೈತಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಎ ಎಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಎ ಎಸ್, ನೋ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಡಯಾಗನಲ್ ಎ ಎಸ್, it gets decreases ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So once there is a decrease diagonal, it is given by what is the decrease in the diagonal? It is ay. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು decrease in the diagonal, it becomes ay. ಹೌದಾ? So new diagonal is ay. So therefore decrease ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? What is the decrease? If I evaluate it, it is a, sorry, it's a dash y. What is the decrease? The decrease is ay. Okay. What is the decrease? The decrease is this much. Is the decrease ಆಯ್ತು. Okay. Either decrease. Okay, so therefore I can define beta. Beta hang define ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅದು lateral strain coefficient ಅಂತ. Beta is equal to, okay, change in diagonal to the original diameter. Change in diameter to the original diameter. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಏನಂತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ lateral strain. I will call it as the lateral strain. Okay, okay, lateral strain. So ಇದು ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಳಗೆತ್ತಿ ಇದನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು, ಅದನ್ನು ತೆಗೆಯುತ್ತೆ, ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. Okay, okay, I will mark it here. Don't worry, I will write it somewhere else. Okay, okay, so I have to find beta. ಏನಿದು beta ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so beta is nothing but, okay, lateral strain coefficient. It's called as a lateral strain coefficient. It's given by lateral strain divided by the stress T. ಹೌದಾ? lateral strain ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಿದು? lateral strain ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ change in dimension perpendicular to the dp. ಇದೇನ್ dp ಐತಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗೈತಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೈತಿ ಇದು. ಸೊ therefore decrease perpendicular ನೋಡ್ರಿ, dp ಇಲ್ಲದ, ಹೌದಾ? this is the dp. what is its perpendicular? its perpendicular is ay. ಇದ್ರದ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗೈತಿ. ಹಂಗ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಲೆಂತ್ x ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು, diameter decrease ಆಯ್ತು. this is perpendicular to the x. ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ಲ? so therefore I can define lateral strain as the change in dimension to the original dimension. lateral strain perpendicular direction ಒಳಗ. so therefore change in dimension ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ I can write it as ay by as divided by t. okay, beta. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ay by as ಏನೈತಲ್ಲ, I can rewrite it as is a diagonal. as is nothing but diagonal. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, as is nothing but dp. it's here, as is same. so therefore I can write as by dp by t. so rearrange it for beta. therefore beta is equal to ay by dp into t. therefore ay, this is the extension, that is equal to beta dp into t. so this is the decrease. ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋರಿದ್ದ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದಿಲ್ಲ. so whatever the decrease that is taking place here, okay, whatever the decrease that is taking place at this end, it is adding to the increase in the other end. okay, ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ, this much is the decrease. okay, so therefore they add up, this and this, they will add up. therefore I get the value as first one t into dp into alpha. ಹೌದಾ? ಒಂದೇದು ಐತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಐತೆ alpha into t into dp. ಇದು ಒಂದೇದ್ದು, ಇದು ಎರಡನೇದ್ದು. so I can mark here this as a, capital A ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀನಿ. ಇದು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋರಿ. so I can write this as 1, this as 2. okay, so therefore this, for your reference, this is 1 and this is 2. okay, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ನಾನು ಇವ್ನು ಇದ್ರಾಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ, ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಒಂದು 10 ಮಿನಿಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ತಗೋತೀನಿ. ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದೈತೆ ನಿಮ್ದು? ಹಲೋ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್.
ECDL ಸರ್.
ಹಾ, ಸರ್ ಒಂದು 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ನಾ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಮುಗಿದು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ dp ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಅಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದು 5 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ. ಓಕೆ, so this is equal to t into dp alpha plus t into dp beta. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನದ, t ಮತ್ತೆ dp ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಮನ್ ಅದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, t into dp ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಯಾಗ್ನಲ್, alpha plus beta. okay, so this is nothing but the total extension. ಹೌದಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಏನಂತೀನಿ, ಒಂದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, I will take it as equation number 1. ಓಕೆ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಈಗ ನಮಗ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ dp. what is the total extension along dp? total extension along dp is, okay, it is given by, what is the total extension? total extension along dp is t dash x. keep in mind, this is the total extension. Okay, it is P dash X. Total extension P dash X. Okay, so therefore, okay, okay, but okay. Now in the last class, in class now P dash X calculate madbite. So in the last class we have done it. Just go through the part. Okay, in the last class what we have done. So therefore, okay, in the last class we have done it. In the last class we have evaluated P dash X. Okay, that is extension. We have evaluated the extension or elongation. Okay, so how much is the elongation? We have done it. That is given by P dash X. It's equal to P dash by root 2. Okay, this is the evaluation that we have already done it. So this is equation number 2. Okay, so we can equate them. Why? Because both are extension. Okay, so this is the extension that is produced. Extension along DP. Okay, new Indian class now derive. So therefore this equation and this equation, they can be equated. We have to equate madabodu. So on equating 1 and 2, because both are extension, therefore equating 1 and 2. If I do the equation, okay, now it's become very easy. Okay, so T into dp alpha plus beta, that is equal to P dash divided by root 2. Okay, so P dash and the P dash. Okay, so this is P dash. What is P dash? It is given by X. This is the P dash. It is given by X. Okay, so P dash is given by X. Okay, so this is X divided by root 2. Okay, so this I will write as X. Better is I will write as X divided by. Okay, so if I rearrange it, that will be X divided by root 2 into root 2, that is X by 2. Okay, so still I can do the L bit nana. Okay, so this is the value X divided by 2. Okay, just a minute. From 1 and 2 TB. Sorry, just a minute here. Okay, from a TDP, and this is X divided by. Okay, from 1 and 2, I can write like this. Okay. TDP. Okay. Okay. TDP. Now here I can write DP. Okay. So this I will take it as equation number 2. What is DP here? Okay, here DP is the diagonal. So DP is the diagonal. I can write the value for diagonal DP is equal to, just replace this DP here. I have done the calculation. That is root of 2 times of L. So L is the sides of a diagonal, sides of the cube. Therefore, equation 2 can be rewritten as. Therefore, T into dP, it is root of 2L into alpha plus beta is equal to X divided by root 2. So rearrange it, that is T into L into alpha plus beta is equal to X divided by root 2 into root 2, that is equal to X by 2 into X by 2. Okay, or I can still rearrange it. So I want X by 2. Okay. Okay, just a minute. Okay, no necessity of this. Okay, X, I will rearrange it. X divided by root 2. No, so I will take this root 2 on the other side. This is the root 2 into root 2 divided by T into L. I will have a lot of steps missing there. So that is root 2 into root 2 is 2. So 2 into alpha plus beta, that is equal to X by L into T. Now what is this X by L? Now if you go for this X by L, now look here on the diagram. This is L. Okay, this is L, the length of the wire, and this is the L what I have, and this is X. You can see here, this is the X. Therefore, x by L is theta. This is x by L. Therefore, theta I can write it as x divided by L. Opposite side by adjacent side. It is actually tan theta. So it is called as shearing angle. So therefore, it is theta by T. Now I have written here. Okay, it's also there. Okay, it's shearing angle. Okay, I think I have written here. Okay, somewhere I think in the previous graph I had. So this is T by T. Okay. So T by T. Now you take the inverse. So on taking inverse, okay, on taking inverse, okay, you take the inverse of that. That will give you 1 divided by 2 into alpha plus beta. That is equal to T by T. Now what is this T? T is nothing but it is actually T is the stress, that is the applied stress. Theta is the shearing angle. Theta is the shearing angle, or it is also called as the shearing strain. It is also called as the shearing strain. So basically, this is actually the ratio of stress by strain. It is actually a ratio of stress by strain. I can write it as neta. Okay, neta means it is the modulus of rigidity. This is the modulus of rigidity. Okay, rigidity given by neta is equal to stress. Which type of stress? Tangential stress by strain. Okay, so tangential stress is T, strain I have taken it as theta. Therefore, I can replace this T by theta with N. So therefore, okay, it's we are end. Okay, almost we are end. Don't worry. Alpha plus beta. Okay. So last step. So therefore rearrange it. So therefore neta is equal to 1 divided by 2 into alpha plus beta. You take alpha common. Therefore 1 upon 2 into alpha. This is 1 plus beta by alpha. Okay, that I can take it as neta is equal to 1 divided by 2 alpha, okay, into 1 divided by. So I will take this as 1 by alpha in the numerator, 1 by alpha. This is 1 by beta plus alpha. I will take it as sigma. Okay, this is a Poisson's ratio. Okay, now here you know that y is the ratio, Young's modulus. Just a minute. Young's modulus is the ratio of longitudinal stress by longitudinal or linear strain. It is the linear strain. Okay, this is how I define. Therefore, y I can define it as 1 over linear strain by longitudinal stress. Longitudinal stress. Okay. So therefore, y is equal to. Therefore, y is equal to. Look here, linear strain by longitudinal strain. This is nothing but alpha. You're getting the point. Linear strain by stress. Stress by strain is nothing but the alpha. So therefore, I can write y is equal to 1 by alpha. So I had told you in the when I was discussing that the Young's modulus is inverse of the longitudinal coefficient. Our longitudinal coefficient is inverse of the y. So therefore, I can write the last step as neta is equal to 1 by alpha is nothing but y. Okay, divided by 2 into 1 plus sigma. Therefore, y is equal to neta 2 neta into 1 plus sigma. So this is the way. Okay. Now here this step I will tell you again. Young's modulus is equal to longitudinal stress. This is actually stress divided by linear strain. Now I have rearranged it. This is linear strain divided by longitudinal stress. Okay. So strain by stress is nothing but alpha. Okay. So okay, this is nothing but alpha. So therefore I can replace this y wherever I have with 1 by alpha. So here I have 1 by alpha. Therefore 1 by alpha is replaced with y. So therefore this is the relation that you are in wanted. Okay, so I shall stop here itself. You can attend the next class. I will talk to sir. I will ask him to take extra 2 or 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and I will stop here itself. Okay, thank you. Are you there, students?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay, I will talk to sir, and I'm sorry for the extension. I could not do anything. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಲೆಂದಿ derivation ಅದ ಮುಂದಿನ ವಾರ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹಿಂಗದಾವು ಬೇಯಬೇಡ್ರಿ ನನಗೆ. Okay, so I shall stop it itself. Before you leave, I will just take the attendance. Just a minute. Okay. Okay, just you can join that class also. Okay, you can leave the class and attend the next class. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, my ACDL. Hello. Sir, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಐತಿ. ಸಾರಿ. ನಿಮ್ದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಯಾರು ECDL ಯಾರ್ದು ಐತಿ? ನೀವು ತೋತ್ರೆ ಗುರುತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. ಸಿ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಯಾರು ತೋತಾರ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕಂದೆ. ಹೌದು, ಸಾರಿ ನಾನು ಅವನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತಾ, ಅವ್ರದ್ದು, ಅದಕ್ಕಂದೆ. ಓಕೆ ಬಾಯ್. ಹಲೋ. ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ವಿಶ್ ಸಂಜನಾ ಯಾವ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಐತಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್? ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ಯಾರು ತಗೋತಾರ ECDL? ಸಂಜನಾ, ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್. ಸರ್ ಯಾರು ತಗೊಂತಾರ್ರಿ ಸಿ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ಗೆ?